And here is the Writer's Almanac for Sunday, October the 3rd, 2021. It's the birthday of Lindsay Kelk, born in Doncaster, South Yorkshire, 1980. She was living in London, had just gotten back from a trip to New York, got the idea to write a novel, and it came out entitled I Heart New York. Started a whole series of I Heart novels, I Heart Hollywood, I Heart Paris, Las Vegas, London. It's the birthday of Emily Post, born Baltimore, 1873, wrote about etiquette. Emily Post, who said, "Manners are a sensitive awareness of the feelings of others. If you have that awareness, you have good manners no matter what fork you use." It's the birthday of Harvey Kurtzman, the cartoonist, born in Brooklyn, 1924. He was one of the founders of Mad magazine in 1952. It's the birthday of the man who said 50% of people won't vote and 50% don't read newspapers. I hope it's the same 50%. Gore Vidal, born at West Point, New York in 1925. Best known for his works of historical fiction, Julian, Burr, and Lincoln, and his 1968 novel Myra Breckenridge, a satire about a transsexual, was an international bestseller. He died of pneumonia at the age of 86. Gore Vidal, who had many harsh things to say about the New York Times because they'd given him a bad review at one time. They published a long obituary in his honor, but it contained 3 errors that required correction. And it's the birthday of the novelist Thomas Wolfe, Asheville, North Carolina, 1900. Wanted to be a playwright at first. He wrote, acted in several plays at the University of North Carolina, later at Harvard, moved to New York, taught playwriting at NYU, turned to fiction when he was 26, and wrote what would become his most famous novel, Look Homeward, Angel. Thomas Wolfe, who said, "All things on earth point home in old October. Sailors to sea, travelers to walls and fences, hunters to field and hollow, and the long voice of the hounds, the lover to the love he has forsaken." Here's a poem for today by Yvonne Boland, The Necessity for Irony. On Sundays, when the rain held off, after lunch or later, I would go with my 12-year-old daughter into town and put down the time at junk sales, antique fairs. There I would lean over tables absorbed by lace, wooden frames, glass. My daughter stood at the other end of the room, her flame-colored hair, obvious whenever, which was not often, I turned around. She was gone, grown, no longer ready to come with me whenever a dry Sunday held out its promises of small histories, endings. When I was young, I studied styles, their use and origin, which age was known for which ornament, and was always drawn to a lyric speech, a civil tone, but never thought I would have the need, as I do now, for a darker one. Spirit of irony, my caustic author of the past, of memory, and of its pain which returns, hurts, stings. Reproach me now, remind me that I was in those rooms with my child, with my back turned to her, searching, oh irony, for beautiful things. A poem by Yvonne Boland, The Necessity for Irony, from her collection The Lost Land, published by W.W. Norton & Company and used by permission here on the Writer's Almanac. Be well, do good work, and keep in touch.